Okay, my friends, time for another leg day featuring squats. As the old man told me years ago, squats are hard but fair. Today, I'm going to be focusing on depth, so why don't you stick around with me to see how this all went down. Hey gang, welcome back to Mark's 60 Plus Fitness Journey. And today is Friday, August 12th, 2022, and it is a leg day. I'm going to celebrate Friday with a leg day. And this is a post-workout intro, so I already know what went down. This was a pretty good workout. Dropped down in weight a little bit in the squats. Wanted to improve my depth, work on that, so that went well. Then got some hamstring work in, some calf work in. It was a good workout, really was. So let me shut up, take us inside for the workout, and then we'll catch back up in a few minutes, as always. Wrap it all up. Let's go do this thing. All right, off we go. Now I got into the gym on this fine Friday morning, about 8:30 a.m. Pretty good sleep last night, had a good breakfast in me. So I'm ready to roll. Just doing some warm-ups here. And as I alluded to in the intro there, today I'm going to focus on depth. I'm trying to get as deep as I can. And every workout, I think it gets a little bit better. And today I'm just going to try to improve a little bit more on the depth. So I'm happy with it. These warm-ups here, actually the heavier the warm-up gets, the better the stretch and prep for the depth gets. Feeling pretty good about that. Does take a little bit of time for me to get acclimated to a below parallel squat. Doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's just takes a little while to get warmed up and get into that groove. So now I'm getting ready to set up my working weight here, which is going to be 225 pounds today. So I guess we could consider this a deload, because I had gotten up to 245 pounds at 3 sets of 7 reps, but just didn't feel comfortable with the depth. Can't really explain why I'm so enamored with more depth, but just seems to hit or concentrate more on the quadriceps when I go deeper. And I'll talk about that a little bit more after I get done with these squats. I do a modified version of a squat we'll see in a bit. And I'll talk about how that hits the quads a little bit better for me. But I did 3 sets of 7 reps at my working weight here, and to be honest with you, that felt heavy, but I could have gotten a couple more reps on each one of these sets here. And again, generally what I run into is it's more of an aerobic capacity issue than a strength issue, to a point anyway. And again, today I'm trying to focus on resting a little bit more between sets. I've been doing pretty well with that in my last few sessions. Trying to get 4 minutes, 5 if I can, in between sets. I really think that makes a big difference. So set 2 here. Let's check the depth. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not sure if I could go a whole lot deeper than that. Even when I do, an unloaded body weight resting squat, my butt doesn't get but so close to the floor, and I'm not sure if that's not because of my physiology. I have very short femurs, and I got my family to thank for that. I would like to have about 3 or 4 extra inches on the femur there, but I'm working with what I've got. So this is set 3, and again, I did pretty well on the rest between sets, so I was feeling comfortable with this. The first rep or two on every set, though, it takes a little while for me to, or it takes a couple of reps to get into the groove there. I'd like to get a little more speed right here, but I think caution is in order here, just to be careful. I don't want to sacrifice speed for injury. So, but that's 3 sets of 7 reps at 225 at depth I'm calling acceptable for me. So my next session, I guess I'll move up 5 pounds, see how that feels, try to keep the inertia going upward. Now I've lowered the weight to 135 pounds. And I'm going to do something I saw the knees over toes guy do. If you're familiar with him, if you're not, you should check him out. Knees over toes guy. So I'm going deep, and then do like it's almost like a pulse curl, only in the squat form. Up, and then full squat. So down, partial, and then up. That is an amazing movement right there. And when I do that, right there on that pulse, I can feel the outer quadriceps engaging quite a bit. And I have a little bit of difficulty on symmetry, so a lot of times my right leg kicks in and does most of the work. But with these, I get like a pretty 50-50% distribution across both legs. I can feel it really good on my left leg, which is a good sign. I like that. I did 3 sets of these, and like 10, 9, and 8, because at the end, that was hard. But that's the end of the squat session. That's 6 really good sets of work right there, so I'm happy with that. All right, time to move on to some hamstring work. Today I'm going to do 4 sets on this unilateral leg curl. I love this machine. This thing is awesome. I mentioned this before. I'm going to put a little more, or I have been recently putting more work into my hamstrings. Try to get a little more symmetry in the upper legs there. And since I've started doing deadlifts, which also are a hamstring engager, I've gotten a lot more hamstring work in, and I can tell a difference. I can feel a difference. It's kind of cool. Well, the funny thing about that is, I mentioned deadlifts. I'm doing much better on my deadlifts than I am on my squats at the moment, which is kind of opposite the way it was when I was younger, my mid-20s, early 30s. When I was lifting heavier, I could definitely squat more than I could deadlift. But these days, it's kind of just the opposite. I've kind of gotten a kind of a head game going with myself in squats, but making some good progress, I believe. So that's it. 4 sets of hamstring work. Felt good about that. And I'm just going to finish up the quad portion of today with some leg extensions. I love leg extensions as a finishing movement. They're also good for warming up too. I just never use them. But 3 sets, 2 failure, and the failure is somewhere in 12 rep range. Pick a weight that gets you to 12 reps and make that the last one you can pull off. But these were a burner, and a good way to finish the day, the quad portion anyway. Going to follow up here in a bit with some calf raises, but Forgot to film the calf raises, so we won't see any of those. But this will finish up what I think is an excellent leg day. I was happy with it. As I said, it's kind of a head game with me, leg day in particular, especially if squats are involved. But it was a good one, and I want to say thank you very much for taking the time to hang out with me today. I surely appreciate it. Well, there you go. Another workout in the books, and it was a leg day. Feeling pretty good about it. And it's Friday. Just want to take a minute to say thank you very much for stopping in and hanging out with me. Much appreciated. It surely is. And as always, while you're here, hit that like button. And if you haven't, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Come on and join our little group here. Keep it growing slowly but surely. And I guess that's it for now. So with that, I will say you have an awesome day. And until next time, go get 'em. Mark out.